Hey everyone, Bird Leader here. I wanted to give you a quick sneak peek, first look at Angry Birds Star Wars on Facebook. This has not even been publicly announced yet, so you're looking at it before really anybody else. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because we have a ton of detail up on Angry Birds Nest. So that's definitely where you should get all your details from. If you're familiar with Angry Birds Friends, this is going to be pretty familiar to you. But there are some differences that we'll go into quickly. As you can see by this screen, and Tatooine's included. It includes 40 levels, which are the same levels that you'll find in the mobile, tablet, any version that you play already, maybe your Mac, PC, whatever. But you'll see that the layout's a little bit different, but the levels are the same. The Mighty Falcon's included, though you do have to pay for that. It's like a once per use type thing. And then if you go into the actual level, you'll see that there are indeed power-ups. The different power-ups include a thermal detonator, which attaches to your bird here, in this case Luke, and it blows up. Rack up some points that way. And then you have a droid attachment here, which attaches to the top of your bird and allows you to shoot, which is a little bit different. And then you have your Saber Sling, which I won't be able to use because the level finished. I'm just that good. But if we restart the level, you'll see the Saber Sling here. And this just is like similar to King Sling, I believe, where you just bust through, makes your bird go a little faster and imparts more power on the structure when you hit it. And then you have this one, which actually adds another bird to the level, which is definitely useful if you're competing for high scores. All these things are going to be obviously very useful to you, but they do cost money. I quickly jump into the store and you can see what the bundles of credits cost. So some of these aren't cheap, that's for sure. Obviously you do get a lot of credits here, but that's a lot of money. So anyway, I'll leave that to you guys to decide if that's in your best interest to do or not. Crystals. Well, I just knocked Sal out. Poor Sal. Anyway, I have crystals here which do recharge, and I'll go into those quickly. They are related to the tournament. The tournament, unlike Angry Birds Friends, the tournament this time around is actually you have to unlock the tournament to be able to play it the first time. In this particular week, the tournament's unlocked by beating level 1-9 of Tatooine. And then you unlock the tournament, and once you go in, you'll see that there are 5 levels available, and there are 2 days left in this tournament, so I believe it's on the same schedule as the Angry Birds Friends tournament. And so right now we have these 5 levels available, and to actually, when you go in to a level, notice the crystal count up here doesn't change, but if I actually restart the level, I'm deducted 1 crystal. And if I actually go in and exit out of the level, I'm deducted a crystal. So these crystals, you can see there's a timer here, so it will recharge over time, but that's a bit of a different, it's obviously a lot different than what we're familiar with in the Angry Birds Friends tournament, where there are no crystals. The tournament, once they're available, you can play them as many times as you want. So that's a bit of an unknown how that's going to come over, and how we'll see how that works out, especially for the people that really, kind of like your diehard Angry Birds on Facebook players, that really use this as a competition. You can obviously purchase, and you can gift crystals. So you could gift crystals from one player to another, which is nice, and you can actually receive those, obviously. And then you can go into the shop, and in addition to paying for all the different power-ups, which we're used to paying for those, you can also go to the crystal shop here, and you can buy different bundles with the crystals, or you can actually purchase a subscription, which obviously gives you, this particular subscription is valid for 1 month, this one for 6 months. These costs are probably subject to being changed given that this is a beta version, but it gives you infinite crystals. All the tournament levels are unlocked, so you don't have to worry about beating those objectives, and you get unlimited Mighty Falcons. So if you're really a serious player and cost isn't a significant factor for you, then this might be a good option for you. I'm not going to judge on whether or not that's something you should do or shouldn't do. That's obviously up to each player on their own. So anyway, you can go back here. I'll exit out. I'm not going to purchase anything at this time. but I probably will, obviously. So I'll exit out here and then go back to the actual tournament. And going back to the whole crystal thing, you can see that obviously now I'm left with 3 crystals. And one thing that we did notice, and I don't know if I have time to do that right now, I haven't played these levels, so I apologize if I'm not very good. I haven't experimented with these yet, but I heard that if you complete the level, and I'm not sure if it includes failing the level, which I'm probably going to do here, but if you actually complete the level, I've been told that you don't lose a crystal. So we'll see here as I fail this level if you still are deducted a crystal or not. Let's see, just takes a second. Patience, patience. Last chance. No, I don't want to use that. That's kind of a neat little feature though. Oh, I did lose a crystal. So maybe if you actually pass the level, you don't lose a crystal. We'll have to figure that out. But anyway, it's one of those things that typically you are deducted a crystal, and we'll see how that plays out as the beta version is improved and changed. Oh, I scrolled down here. Sorry, guys. There we go. Let's go back into it. When we go back here, and that's pretty much the high level of this. Obviously, you see the Death Stars coming soon. You can access the shop quickly. You have your friends over here on the right-hand side that you compete against. You have your inbox. You can invite friends to play. You can jump into full screen. You can mute. There's all kinds of goodness in here for you guys. And again, this will be quite familiar to a lot of you. So for that, I'll leave it to you guys to explore, and feel free to share your opinions politely on angrybirdsnest.com. We have a ton of detail and go into a lot more depth in our post and our kind of review write-up of this. So enjoy the game, and we'll see how it shakes out over the coming weeks. Take care, everybody.